Sinister. The word originally meant left-handed, which is curious, since today the word for using both hands equally is ambidextrous, which etymologically means with two rights. So who is right? Interestingly, as we will discover, being right is right. Psychologists have discovered that the left brain is connected to the right hand in language, logic, and reasoning. Pietrangelo, 2022. Right brain dominance is connected to the left hand and is consistent with praise of the irrational, automatic speech, and uncontrolled rages, which explains today's use of the word sinister. Martindale, 1976. Yet, what does it mean? For those of you without a previous interest in ganja, sensimilia means without seeds. Similia is seed, sin means without, leaving the obvious question in regards to sinister, what is an Ister? My initial suspicion that Ister is related to Ishtar, a fertility goddess from Nineveh, today is Mosul, who was worshipped from the 14th century BCE to 660 BCE, has a strong foundation. Monahan, 28. The first reference to Ister I was able to trace is Istros, from Hesiod's Theogony, a poem describing the origins of Greek goddesses and gods, written approximately 730 to 700 BCE. Hesiod, 49. Around 500 BCE, Istros was the name of the lower Danube River, Coates, 44, and by 238 CE was the name of a port city on the Black Sea, Pearson, 141. Joseph Campbell's reflections on how the female power was reduced to an elemental condition, just water, becomes an important consideration. Campbell, 235. Even today, the phrase water broke is related to fertility and birth. Thousands of years ago, the fertility and diversity of the Nile's delta correlated to the goddess Neith, Monahan, 21. Which helps explain how the delta of the Danube was most likely named after the goddess Istros, Ishtar, and eventually began to be pronounced Ister, Coates, 79. Sin Ister, then, etymologically means without woman, or specifically, without the goddess of fertility or life. Is there any surprise, then, that the left-handed path is still connected to evil, the opposite of live, fertility, and diversity? Fertility is often connected to the erotic or eros, the Greek word for sensual love. While diving into these Greco-Roman roots, changing the masculine O and eros to the feminine A creates eras, a span of time. An interesting phonetic interpretation here, Hispanic, Hispan, ik. The feminine again, with tang, a path in a temple, and eras, representing the duration of God's love throughout cultures and centuries. Because the feminine is half of the divine, seeing the feminine as an obstacle only furthers enmity.